Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Draymond calls out inconsistent officiating in Warriors-Lakers game. Draymond Green wasn't happy with a non-call during the third quarter of the Warriors' 134-120 win over the Los Angeles Lakers on Tuesday night, so he expressed his frustrations with the officials at Crypto.com Arena. By Green's side was Warriors superstar Steph Curry, who stood there intending to regulate things and support his teammate. But he wound up doing much more. Not only did Curry witness the interaction between Green and referee Jason Goldenberg, but he actually stepped in to defend Green before things escalated. Yeah, it was cool. Steph was standing there, which was great because he heard how the referee talked to me, Green said post-game of the incident. And he went immediately from talking to me to like, yo, you can't talk to him like that. And I think that's the wackest part about it. You can say and speak to me however you feel, but if I say something back, it's a tech? That's whack to me. You miss a call, the guy clubbed me across the face, and then you're like, I don't want to talk to you, get out of my face. Like who are you? You don't get to just not talk. You missed the call. You can't get mad because you missed the call. The play Green was referring to came early in the second half when Lakers guard Austin Reeves drove to the basket and elbowed Green in the face while laying the ball into the basket to bring Los Angeles's deficit to 6. Green immediately fell to the floor and took some time getting up before the Warriors called a timeout, giving him some time to walk over to Goldenberg and make his case. It's a little crazy, but I appreciate the guys being there because it's a bit frustrating, Green continued. Austin gashed his elbow hitting me in the teeth, and it's no foul? I get hit in the face every single game and I get no foul call. I hit somebody in the face and I get thrown under the jail. But when I get hit in the face, we don't see it. I get hit in the face every single night. I'm not sure one time it's been called. But I f-king blow my breath onto somebody and we're reviewing it for a flagrant foul. I don't get it, it's crazy to me. Green has tried to keep his composure and grow from his past incidents since his latest 16-game suspension, but as he's trying to be better, he expects the same respect from the officials. After the game, Curry acknowledged that he stood by Green to defuse the situation if need be, but made it clear that Green can handle his own. I'm not ever going to tell Draymond at that point as long as he's not stepping overboard, don't talk. But if there's a moment where, okay, you made yourself heard now let's play basketball, and he did that to perfection. So, he doesn't need a babysitter in that respect. Don't get that twisted. I was just trying to read the room, read the situation. In the end, words were said and basketball was played especially by the Warriors stars and the third member of their core, Klay Thompson. The trio combined for 65 points and 16 three-pointers in the pivotal Western Conference showdown. And while the Warriors continue to fight for their postseason lives, Green hopes to get a little more consistency from the officials. Darvin Ham says Anthony Davis is not in concussion protocol. The biggest question entering the Lakers versus Warriors matchup was the availability of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LeBron was a game-time decision and ultimately played, but Davis could not dress. Davis has been an Iron Man for the Lakers this season, but he exited Sunday's game versus the Timberwolves early after taking a shot to the face following a putback dunk in the first quarter. Tuesday, during head coach Darvin Ham's pre-game media availability, the discussion surrounding why Davis was out for the game was not eye-related but, in fact, regarding nausea and headache. He showed up to the arena trying to do everything he could to play but just couldn't quite overcome the headache and nausea, Ham said. Talk of nausea and headaches after suffering a blow to the head had fans and media alike wondering if these were concussion-like symptoms. Yeah, he's currently not in concussion protocol, Ham said pre-game. Following the defeat, Davis was still a topic of conversation, and while Ham implied that the nausea and headache were stemming from an illness unrelated to the shot to his head, he left himself some wiggle room. "You'll have to ask our doctors for sure," Hem said. "That's what it feels like to me, but I'm not a medical professional." Hopefully, Davis will get better and be able to play in the last 2 regular season games left. With such little time remaining, there is still much to be decided in the Western Conference. The Lakers can finish as low as 10th and as high as 6th, so having Davis healthy and available is crucial so the Lakers can win out and hopefully, a game or 2 goes in their favor. The best ability is availability, and having Davis out in such crucial games would be brutal. Injuries have been an issue for the Lakers all season, as this team has never been fully healthy. Even now, as the year draws to a close, fans will be watching the injury report, hoping for good news and an opportunity for the Lakers to have their best players available for the biggest games. It's unfortunate and frustrating, but it's reality. Steph Curry sends a strong message after Warriors win over Lakers. The Golden State Warriors have been through a lot this season. Steve Kerr's team has struggled to find consistency, either because of Klay Thompson's and Andrew Wiggins' slumps, Draymond Green's ejections, Stephen Curry missing a couple of games, or whatnot. Whatever the case, the Warriors have flirted with .500 basketball for most of the season, alternating big wins with head-scratching losses. Nonetheless, we've reached the final stretch of the regular season, and the Warriors have clinched a spot in the play-in tournament at the very least. That's why they still like their chances against anybody else. Following their big win over the Los Angeles Lakers, Stephen Curry was quite blunt about their chances, stating that they have a pulse, and that's all they need right now, via Warriors on NBC Sports. "We have a pulse, and that's all we need." Steph sends a powerful message amid the Warriors' recent hot streak. As confident as that may sound, he's actually right. We've seen teams get hot when it counts and make it to the NBA Finals. Just last season, the number 8 seed Miami Heat went the distance and reached the ultimate stage. The Warriors have plenty of experience in the postseason and are still hurt from last season's heartbreaking loss in the Western Conference semifinals. Granted, they're not the best team in the league by any means, and perhaps they shouldn't be favored over any other opponent right now. But this is still Stephen Curry, and you never want to sleep on the greatest shooter and one of the greatest winners this game has ever seen. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Steph Curry? Leave your opinion in the comments.